Once upon a time, in the old days of Russia, in a town where books were rare treasures, there lived a boy who cherished the world of stories. His father, who was a teacher, a wise and learned man, had spent a lifetime amassing a collection of books, each one a gateway to adventure and knowledge. In their modest home, these books lined the shelves, each one a testament to the power of words. The boy, whose name was Alex, was not like the other children in his school. While they played games and chased after fleeting pleasures, Alex found solace in the pages of his father's books. His love for reading set him apart, but it also brought him joy beyond measure. Despite his passion for books, Alex didn't have many friends. The other children found him strange, preferring the company of those who played sports or traded gossip. But Alex didn't mind. He had his books, and in them, he found companionship and adventure. One day, a girl named Lydia joined Alex's class. She was different from the other children, her eyes bright with curiosity. Lydia and Alex lived on the same street, and one day after school, she asked Alex to walk her home. As the days passed, Alex and Lydia became friends. Lydia was unlike anyone Alex had ever met, and he cherished their friendship more than he could say. One afternoon, as they walked home from school together, Lydia invited Alex to her house. He hesitated at first, unsure whether he belonged in such a grand place, but Lydia insisted, her smile lighting up the path ahead. When they arrived at Lydia's house, Alex was awestruck. It was unlike anything he had ever seen, a grand mansion with towering columns and sweeping staircases. Inside, the rooms were filled with beautiful furniture and exquisite artwork, each piece a testament to the family's wealth and taste. Alex never invited Lydia to his house. He was ashamed of its simplicity, afraid that she would see him differently if she knew the truth. But what impressed Alex most of all was Lydia's library. It was a vast room filled with books from floor to ceiling, each one a treasure waiting to be discovered. Despite enjoying his time at Lydia's house, Alex couldn't shake off a feeling of melancholy whenever he returned home. Their house seemed small and humble compared to Lydia's. Not wanting to show his sadness, Alex remarked, "My father also has a large library at home." "Really?" Lydia inquired. "Do you happen to have The Adventures of Tom Sawyer?" "Yes, we do," Alex replied, his heart racing. He knew his father would never lend out his precious book, but it was Lydia. He couldn't refuse her request. The next day, Alex secretly took the book from his father's library and brought it to Lydia, unable to shake the feeling of unease that settled in the pit of his stomach. That afternoon, as they strolled home from school together, Lydia and Alex chatted like old pals, discussing all sorts of things along the way. "My dad's the most important person in our district," Lydia declared out of the blue. Alex was taken aback. "What are you saying?" "There's no job more important than teaching." "My dad's definitely more important than yours," he retorted. Lydia's response caught him off guard. "Well, teaching is definitely super important," she said calmly. "But my dad's the most important person around here," Lydia insisted, her voice dripping with confidence. Alex felt his anger bubbling up inside. How could she say her dad was more important than his? They continued arguing as they walked into Lydia's house, both of them getting louder and louder. Suddenly, the door swung open, and Lydia's dad stormed into the room, looking furious. "Why are you two yelling so loudly?" he demanded, his anger aimed at Alex. The boy froze, not sure what to do or say as the father continued to scold him. "Get out of my house," he bellowed, leaving Alex no choice but to leave. On his way home, Alex couldn't shake off his worries about the book he had given to Lydia. Now that he had seen another side of her and her family, Alex grew increasingly nervous about the book he had entrusted to her. As time went by, Alex anxiously waited for Lydia to give back the book. But as days turned into weeks, Lydia still hadn't returned it, and Alex started to get worried. Finally, after what seemed like forever, Lydia gave the book back to Alex. But when he saw it, his heart dropped. The cover was ripped, the pages folded and dirty. It was obvious Lydia hadn't looked after it, and Alex felt a mix of anger and sadness. He thought about telling Lydia how he felt, but then decided against it. What good would it do? She was who she was, and he wasn't interested in being friends with her anymore. Do you know why?